How you? Good morning. You good?
Good morning.
What's going on? Nice to meet you.
Hi, how are you?
Stormy. How you doing? Hey, King. How you, brother? You good? Nice to meet you, Keys.
Got it. Yep. This the only seat y'all got?
What you want? What you need?
There's one more.
A bigger chair or something?
Is she already little?
We had
That's what I'm talking about. Good. This is the accommodation.
There you go.
A PT Cruiser. We was all packed up.
It wasn't all in at one time.
Ain't
no way if y'all was out in there one time.
Dave, I'm gonna fight you now, Dave.
Y'all think I'm
All
like,
four of y'all in the PT.
it was 5 of us. My dad big.
was sitting still. It's no
Bro,
way.
I swear to God,
Show
I'm
me a
down.
picture, Dave.
Cut it out.
Bro, okay, what?
I can't even fit in the PT
I
Cruiser.
swear.
I'm too short. I'm too tall for
Bro,
it.
it happened. I'm trying to tell you.
All right, man. Let's get my little workout in. Try to see how Miss Dank Demoss is doing. And I know, I hadn't really got a chance to review the situation with the Breakfast Club, and the situation how she's mainly doing. Basically, about the whole lawsuit when it comes to like the size discrimination, you know, fat phobia, all these things. So, oh wow, look at all this stuff that came by. And if I'm looking here, Instagram basically has posted the alleged ordeal with the legal battle. So you see right here, y'all see this, right? Y'all see how we're reading this. Dank Demoss lost a lawsuit against Lyft. The legal battle between plus-size rapper Dank Demoss and ride-sharing giant Lyft has reached its conclusion, with Demoss reportedly losing her lawsuits. The case, which ignited a national conversation about discrimination and accessibility, stemmed from an incident in January where a Lyft driver refused to transport Demoss on concerns about his vehicle's capacity. Demoss filed a lawsuit alleging the driver's refusal was an act of discrimination based on her weight, a protected characteristic under Michigan's L.A. Lawson Civil Rights Act. Yeah, you know, y'all come walk with me as we dig into some game with some Brits talk. I know y'all saw about the situation came through in the Breakfast Club, and some great news has came out in regards with this, in which that Dank Demoss is in the process of being more active and is shedding a lot of pounds over the past few months with the assistance of her medical practitioner. That's helping her with her diet, helping her with her situation, has all the resources to help cope with her trauma and actually overcome her obstacles, which is a great thing. But I fully understand why Dank Demoss lost her lawsuit. And you gotta look at it from a financial standpoint. Now, theoretically, you know, overweight and obese people, in her mind, should be getting like the same equitable treatment and the same equitable price as somebody who's normal, decently like normal size, or maybe 220, 200, 150, 110, you know what I'm saying? They should be getting the same price because she was in that regular car up in the family. In her mind, that equates to she could literally come through up in any car. Well, when it comes to Lyft and transportation, that may not always be the case. You gotta deal with weight limits with the car. You gotta factor those in. If I sound a little bit awkward, please forgive me. I'm dealing with a little bit of ear infection right now. But you're dealing with those costs. You know, when you're dealing with somebody who's extremely obese, 400, 500 pounds, right? They're at risk of actually dealing with a higher expense trying to get to place to place. They're basically restricted when it comes to transportations, access. They may not be able to walk as much. You know what I'm saying? They have to rely on a wheelchair that could be an expense. Maintenance takes some time and money. They could be restricted given situations when it comes to flights. They could have certain airlines may charge that person double because of the seat restrictions just to try and make sure they maintain a profit. And maintain an XL car or maintain like an XL SUV, it's not cheap. Number one, it's heavy. Number two, you gotta be dealing with the maintenance costs of that car. Number three, you gotta be dealing with surcharges when you park the car. That's another factor as well. You know what I'm saying? More maintenance, it can take more time to actually fix those cars due to the fact given its size, given its sheer size and magnitude, due to the fact that it has a higher center of mass. So you factor all those things in together, you can understand why the XL rides are much more expensive than like a regular Lyft. Even with a rental, if you get a heavy SUV, you know, obviously like the daily rental is much, much higher than just getting like an economic compact car that's not all-wheel drive. So you gotta factor all these things in together in regards with that. What you gotta do with the upkeep, insurance, all these things. This is why, unfortunately, Dank Demoss have lost their case due to financial and economic reasons when it comes to dealing with, you know, maintenance of the cars, and also understand it could be some expense imbalances as well when it comes to those cars too. So I understand why Dank lost the lawsuit. Now, this is not to say that she should be discriminated against, you know, she shouldn't be in the car at all. We're not saying that. But with her weight, with her restrictions, she's still like some tough expenses and some tough obstacles if she continues down that path of obesity. You know what I'm saying? And we're not trying to dismiss her or belittle her based on her weight. We welcome her. We definitely welcome her any size. But the most important concern right now when it comes to Dank Demoss is basically her health. Because unfortunately and tragically, the people that are, you know, the high-level front runners and supporters of the big-time body positivity, you know, getting away with actually eating like a lot of stuff while not actually doing anything to actually take accountability for their health, you know, take proaction when it comes to their health and living a little bit of an active lifestyle, even if you're trying to do a little bit of walking. But if you eat more than what you mainly do, and you focus on the calories in, calories out, you have more calories in than you do calories out, you know, you could be at risk of having like a big weight gain. The preach these things without actually making a full-on accountability and pull a full-on transformation or effort, trying to make sure they live that active lifestyle and actually try and shed the pounds in any way they can, even if it was through medical means. Those folks, unfortunately and tragically, are no longer here anymore, which is a shame. So, with that, I'm very happy for Dank. I'm very happy that she's making the effort to transform her life for the better. But we can all learn from situations like this. While in theory, right, we should be giving people like equitable opportunities in regards to any size. Realistically, when it comes to certain metrics, when it comes with certain weight restrictions and weight capacities and maintenance, when it comes with vehicles or even rides or even elevators, right, that require certain maintenance. Realistically, unfortunately, that may not be possible. So again, please take care of your life. Not just really for looks, it's not really about that. It's that you actually live longer for your future family, for your future children. You know what I'm saying? Your relatives need you. You know what I'm saying? Get yourself right for the people around you. You know what I mean? So you continue to enjoy what you love doing at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Best of luck to Dank Demoss on her fitness journey. We out.
Breakfast Club knew what they was doing when they brought that girl up on that show. Why would you sit up here and talk about the case that you're currently in, that you're currently trying to win a settlement for? Who are your lawyers? Why didn't your lawyers tell you what to do, what to say, not to say, etc.? She blew that whole case away. She blew that whole case, and then she up there on the Breakfast Club, her whole life story. They just sitting there playing in her face, letting Lyft build their whole case up against this motherfucker. So you knew you was too big for that car. You knew you was too big. Talk about why don't they have a weight option to, if you're over this weight, order a different car. Baby, you're XL. You know you XL, you need you an XL. Just be so freaking for real. And then you're talking about high school. I was 535 pounds. I was never a skinny girl. So you knew you was big. You knew. She remind me of them people that play victim when they don't get their way. Like, baby, let's pack this up, okay? Let's just pack it up. The dude already lost his job. Let's just leave it at that. Y'all are even. Y'all are at an even. And my whole thing is, all seriousness, Uber has accommodations for bigger people. That's why you can order XL. And that's why they have different options for bigger car options or bigger car choices. And then I see even mention, if my 500-pound life is sitting in the back of minivans and getting strapped into whole trucks, why do you think that you, being over 500 pounds, can just sit in a small cruiser?
Juicy.